Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So if you're new to this channel, hi, I'm Rebecca, but if you're already subscribed, welcome back. So after being on a holiday for about 4 months, I'm finally starting my clinical school. I'm obviously excited for this next phase of mine, but at the same time I'm feeling anxious as well. And then I thought to myself, why don't I film a video regarding my worries for clinical school, because I don't see a lot of people doing videos on this topic. The reason why not a lot of medical students talk about this topic is because this is just something very personal, and not everybody likes to be vulnerable and just share these personal things online. However, I made this decision to share something so personal to me because I feel that people will appreciate it more if they see this side of me. I really don't want to only show you guys the good moments of me being a medical student. Alright, without any further ado, let's get started. The first worry that I have on my mind is having less time to spare. So thinking about this really scares me because I'm the type of person who practice self-care, and I preach about self-care. I always tell you guys to make sure you get enough sleep, make sure you do something that you really enjoy outside of medical school. And I would say that this 4-month-long semester break really gave me an opportunity to take care of myself. So back then when I was in my preclinical phase in Bukit Jalil, I really did not have a lot of time to take care of myself. Just thinking about going back to that routine scares me. So one thing I've heard from friends around me is that in clinical school you will be much busier. You won't have a lot of lectures, but there are just a lot of things for you to do. I have no idea how that works. I have to keep you updated because I myself can't imagine how hectic it will be. There are a lot of things that I'm currently working on that require a lot of attention, time and effort. One of my concerns would be YouTube. I really do enjoy editing, filming and uploading videos on YouTube, but I'm just thinking like, how am I gonna find the time to do all that and post video once a week? I think that would be hard for me, but I really don't want to give up on YouTube, you know. During this semester break, I got to bake and cook a lot, so this is just my hobby. But one thing that I know for sure is that once I start my clinical school, I won't be able to do a lot of this. Okay, so the second worry that I have on my mind is making changes to my study routine and my studying pattern. If you have been following me for a while now, or you binge watch my other videos, you would know that my study pattern keeps changing. It's never the same for each semester. Kind of worry of how will my study pattern be like in clinical school. It's quite tiring for me to figure everything out again, but it's okay. I've done that multiple times. I'm gonna be fine, but that's one of my worries. So at first I thought that it was just me that keeps changing my studying routine, because my friends around me, they seem to have a perfect study routine and study pattern, but mine keeps changing. So I went on YouTube and watched a lot of YouTubers who are medical students, and I realized that it's perfectly normal to change up your study routine. That gives me a little comfort. Other than altering my study routine or my study pattern, another thing that worries me is that I have to study in a group. I heard from multiple people that in clinical school it's best to have your own study group. You don't have to study together every single day, but you just have to have your own study group. I know the benefits of studying with your friends and having your own study group, but I've never been a study group kind of person. It's not about kedekut ilmu, I don't want to share my knowledge and stuff like that. It's not like that. It's just personal preference. I know my own pace and I just like to go with my own pace, you know. Personally, I feel that being in a study group would be very much difficult because I like studying with people, but at the same time I don't like to take too much of their time. I think about 90% of the time I study by myself, and another 10% I study with my friends. So for another 10%, I wouldn't say that we study in depth together. Most of the time we only do a lot of questions together, and other than that, it's more like a teman, like a companion. So you do your stuff, I do my stuff, but we go to the same place and we sit in the same table. So I'm quite nervous and worried about this study group thingy. Like, will I find the right study buddy? Will I have time to study on my own? Things like that. Okay, so the third and last worry that I have on my mind is just moving into a different environment in general. If you're from Malaysia, you will know that Seremban is very different from KL, and I've been in KL for about 4 years now. So moving into Seremban, which is very different from both KL and JB, kind of makes me like like that, you know. So Seremban doesn't have a lot of place to shop like we have in KL. They don't have a lot of nice beautiful cafes for me to distress. It's not that I always shop or go to cafes when I'm in KL, but just having a lot of options make me like wow, and make me like very happy, because if I need to go, I have a lot of options. So I don't have that in Seremban. And another thing, both of my sisters are in Selangor. So I normally can meet them whenever I want to. Normally it's during the weekend where we go out to have some grocery shopping and have lunch. I know that it's gonna be tough when I move to Seremban because I will be freaking lazy to drive 45 minutes every weekend to go to Selangor or KL. Oh yeah, so another thing that I realized when I was in Seremban is that the phone reception is quite bad. I don't think it's only my area because I've been to places other than my area, and even though I'm using the reliable Maxis, sometimes it can go down to as low as 1 bar or maybe even 0. So even in my house in Seremban, my phone has only about 3 bars maximum. Another reason why I say that moving into this different environment really worries me is because I'm no longer with Sophia. You might have already seen her in some vlogs. So basically, Sophia is one of my closest friends in medical school and she used to be my housemate. I've known her since foundation. So since she used to be my housemate, we do a lot of things together. Like I said, we previously studied together by doing questions. We used to practice a lot of clinical skills together, and she's the person who I share most of everything to. I would consider myself to be very lucky because I have her in my medical journey, and she has been nothing but the best support system. I would say that I'm the gelabah one and she's very chill, so we kind of balance each other out, you know. Kind of sad to not have her in Seremban. So by the way, she's going to Aberdeen, Scotland to continue her medical journey, so that's why she's not coming to Seremban. One thing I really like about Sophie is that our life doesn't only revolve around study. When we meet each other in the kitchen, we would talk about our life in general. I don't feel tense around her. We don't take everything seriously, you know. So thinking about not having someone like that really scares me and make me worried, like, am I gonna stay sane? I know I'm gonna stay sane. Not having one of your truest friend as your support system really scares me. So one thing for sure is that I will definitely miss Sophia. So if you're watching this, girl, I'm gonna miss you. So that's it, guys. We have come to the end of the video. I really hope that you enjoy this side of me, like me being vulnerable. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to click the subscribe button down below and give this video a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.